Okay. Oh, look at that. Let's sort that out. And honestly, OBS is fantastic. It's free, but God Almighty, is it weird to work with? I'm just going to leave it like that. Bugger it, because I think it's linked to this view where it looks okay. Anyway, we are to continue this discovery of new tools and broadening horizons and all the rest of it. I'm loving these, by the way. Like, I think we are so spoiled with the number of no-code tools out there, and I don't hold any allegiance to any specific one of them. I just want to use what the best tool is for me. And you're going to have different requirements, and you're going to make sure I'm talking right into the microphone. You're going to have your different requirements and all the rest of it. So whilst I've said this in the tweet before, like whilst I appreciate people coming to me for my advice and my perspective on things, and I do feel like I will listen to what you need and listen to what you want rather than impose what I think is the best tool. Ultimately, it just comes down to you and the sorts of websites you're building. Are they single pages? Are they interactive? Are they, are you a designer? Are you interested in development? What's your career path? What does that look like? So that's what this is all about. And from a business perspective, I'm just looking to, again, just build the right websites for us, which we build marketing websites, which is why I'm not looking into Bubble and things like that. I may do in time, which is why I'm not looking into Wix or Squarespace or anything like that, because they're just too simple. I'm looking at ways that developers, or actually in this specific instance, designers, can get their job done quicker and more effectively. So that's what this whole discovery is. And today, we're going to look at Dora. If you didn't tell by the title, let's get everyone up actually, because I'm not looking at the stream. We're going to look at Dora, which is specifically branding itself towards immersive websites. Which, if you didn't know me, I'm a big fan of immersive entertainment, whether that's like live experiences, whether that's AI, whether that's VR and things like this. I'm a big fan of all that. So they're using hashtag immersive everywhere, but really it's their, I'm just watching me. Really it's their, hey, how's it going? The same old crew. Nice. I like it. Sorry, I know I like, where is it here? Like it looks perfect for the stream, like as you can see there, but because I've edited it so it looks good there, this is all stretched. So I thought it was quite funny. So yeah, we're going to look at Dora today, and they're specifically gearing themselves towards immersive websites and 3D stuff. So that you can directly import GLB files, which is an export from Blender. And obviously you can do all the normal stuff, but they're just making it super easy and more. The thing is about Spline is that you're hosting your 3D models over on Spline. It's kind of there's a lot in the way, even though Webflow makes it super easy, there's a lot in the way of getting 3D into your website. It's not like a direct, like a Lottie file you drag and drop and you manipulate it. It's literally through another service. So yeah, it's no. Trust me, I know that I'm just checking the chat now. I know it's stretched. I just can't be bothered to try and fix it. I already spent 10 minutes trying to sort it out before the stream. So yeah, Dora is the thing today, and I'm quite excited about it. Let's just get into it. They also use a thing called docking, which we found. How's the audio? The audio is the most important thing, obviously, in the screen share. And I've moved again because over there I didn't feel like I was relaxed. I didn't feel chill, which is the worst thing because Wix Studio was mental. Like I really struggled with that. And being like a formal position, I just wasn't relaxed at all. But Anyway, back here, probably, oh, is that my camera gone now? No, good. Just from moving around. Yeah, this is my last time in this flat. If you didn't know, I'm nomadic. I travel around. I travel all over the world, and I'm going back to the UK for a little bit, just to kind of think about things and reset my life, as it were. So next time you'll see me next weekend, I think we have one more tool to look at after this, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll be back in the UK, and hopefully with a better camera that doesn't need all of this wiring and all the rest of it, because I'm in Kenya at the moment, and the access to technology is limited because it's quite obviously expensive things. Anyway, I'm waffling on. So I'm back here chilling out, looking at Dora. They use docking, positioning, which is super interesting to me. And there's even a video that Dora put out on their YouTube, really going into their layout because they're obviously quite chuffed about it. Let's have a look at your cool. Good to see open source tools have an impact on tools. Wow, it's funny you say that actually. The next tool we're going to look at is Web Studio, which is again an open source tool. So you can run it on your local machine. You can design on your local machine, I think. Or that's their aim anyway. But the point is that you download the code and you can. I've got a video on that actually where you download the code and host it wherever you want. So I love the open source stuff. I'm really supportive of it. I don't like how Webflow really lock you into their ecosystem and whatever. I feel like they could play more nicely with, especially being in the web world, play more nicely with other platforms. On top of that, another video I want to make, I reckon they should release a design tool, a desktop design tool, because people like designing in Webflow. They're really good at that. Their UX is really, really good. It's really easy to find things. But I reckon they should release a desktop design tool, kind of like Framer have. But anyway, I do have an account. Oh, in fact, actually, I'm going to switch to me because the worst thing about streaming is that you don't want to dox yourself, and you don't want to have your website history pop up or like client names and things like that. So back to stretch to me, unfortunately. Okay, we're back. We're back. Hello, Dora. Oh, and they've just released an AI thing, which is just, again, your classic get started with a website, and it seems all right. Seems all right. I think it's more geared to those who are just lost and they're just not too sure. Oh, they've got a crediting system as well. Cool. App tour tutorials, Figma to Dora. That's interesting. Yeah, no, yeah. Webflow, the phone can be really good. Thing is, I always have issues wirelessly doing it. Like, it's hit or miss whether it connects wirelessly, so I always have to wire it and then whatever. But I'm actually going to be buying a 2-camera setup. I'm such a nerd with cameras, if you didn't know this about me. I want to buy the DJI Pocket and have that as a secondary camera, and it also connects with the wireless microphone, which hopefully has better battery than the one that I already have. So that'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But that's a light little thing, USB connection webcam, something I can kind of put over there. But we'll see how that goes. Let's just get going, guys, because I want to today get straight in there and start doing building components, because I'm talking a lot about class names are dead. We need to be using components, whereas on these streams, I'm just mindlessly going in and just dragging and dropping. So I do want to try and use components where we can, and all the rest of it. So, Figma to Webflow. Do our classic. Our classic design. No, not this actually. I was going to say. So I've already released a Figma etiquette guide, like how your Figma files should be laid out, designed, reminders of what you need to include, like 404 pages, form states and things like this, just like a reusable Figma template with all of the pages named correctly for delivery and all the rest of it. I've already released it, but I actually want to release a template that you can copy for just to, again, just keep copying and pasting for your design project. So I thought this might have been that, but it's not utilizing that. Right, let's dive into it. I want to do something different. If you were tuned in last week, basically, I don't know whether anyone saw, but stacks are achieved in Wix Studio by selecting your elements that you want to stack, right-clicking, and then clicking stack, which I've already recorded a roundup of that episode. It's not out yet, but it's so unintuitive, that UI, so unintuitive. Why put styling options in the contextual menu as well, but not in the styling panel, which, whatever. But let's build this little bit. That's quite fun. And we've got like a little component here and another component here. So let's, plans, yeah, let's just build this section and see what's going on. So we've got pages, and I've got a GLB file for my Jupyter and Draft website so that we can test out the 3D capabilities, which is really what this thing is geared towards. Page, I'm guessing that setting is a home page. Let's just go in here. URL. Why is the home page set as /page? That's kind of weird. Can you just do that? Oh, that's weird. And made in Dora. Start of head, end of head. That's nice. I reckon Webflow could do that. No custom code though. You have to upgrade. Let's look at the price actually. Classic. 0. So full capabilities of Dora editor at 0 a month. But you're saying custom code is so $13.17 a month. And does that give you custom code? I'm guessing it gives you custom code. Like 3D model. So you can't do 3D model. It's weird how they say it's the full capability of the Dora editor, but then you don't get the 3D thing. 3 keyframe drivers. That's another cool thing about the 3D stuff, is you actually do keyframes. Until you read it, unlimited edits on AI pages. So yeah, okay, fairly cheap. Let's get rid of that. Components, there's our components. Different views. Create a new component. Data, that's probably our CMS. Looks like you don't get a limitation on CMS collections. Yeah, looks pretty infinite to me. Have you guys seen any no-code tools? Because like I say, I've only got Web Studio left on my list, and I'm specifically chatting about website builders, not Bubble, not, I found another great one actually yesterday, not app builders, Flutterflow and things like that, which I kind of want to look into, but nothing like that, and no page builders like Wix and Squarespace and stuff. I want no code editors, so things that enable me to create websites. If you know any, let me know. I'm trying to find them. Right, do we have entity? So we have multi-reference fields, which is great. That's good. Let's do, well actually, go into the design. We've got these tags or features. So IMAP signatures, pop, and multiple accounts. IMAP. Oh no, that's a row or column rather. IMAP. Call these tags. Signatures. Pop. And multiple accounts. multiple accounts. Cool. Perfect. And now here we're going to let's just, this is probably features. Just go encryption, send to, I don't know, I'm making this up now, friend, shared inbox, and then, oh yeah, we want to in a row. So there's our entity tags. Let's just see how the multi-reference field thing goes. Blah blah blah. Oh. I want to be able to select multiple. It should be a radio if it's just only one. Yep. Cool. Okay. Save, share. I tell you what we haven't seen a lot of right now, which I think is going to be the next big movement in no-code tools. It's just collaborative, like designing and editing. I think, does Figma do something like this? But just multiple people being able to do it at once. It's probably really difficult because obviously Webflow would not, because you have to request access and request control and all the rest of it. But I think that'll be the next big thing. Right, let's go. Let's get this number. Let's try and see if we can store this in a variable. Do we have variables? Doesn't look like we have any variables. Next page. Next Dora. Vertical scrolling. Container. I'm guessing that's like your frames, text, image, input, grid, embed form. So quite simple. And then quick. And then, okay. See, so what, this is like a free flow thing, see? And it's like docked here, but you can, I saw someone do fill. And then move that up. There's any alignment tools. Yep, cool. I reckon they took Wix Studio as a influence here, you know. And then it's a kind of 2-column grid. Can we put a display or stack, whatever you call it? Look at that. Look at how much like Figma this feels like. Okay, should we do that? I'm looking for your classic display settings. Let's just go the Wix route. Drag and drop what we need, because I think the tool just figures it all out for you. Stroke, is that a border? Yeah. 0, 0, 0. Cool. Oh, I made that up with another border. Oh well. Okay. Let's go in here. Features. Let's see if we can get our font in here. I forgot what it's called.
Roboto. Let's see what's. Oh, we're already on Roboto. Look at that. What about custom fonts? Quite a lot of fonts in there to give you. Doesn't seem like you can have your own fonts. 50 Roboto bold. Oops. When you've got this freeform thing, it really throws me off how I would, which is kind of good, but how I would contain a selection. Cool. And now do I cool, let's have a little look. 16. Which is kind of good because it that's padding. Oops. And I feel like I'm not thinking about it in a what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't go about it as I normally would. I don't know whether that makes sense. Clear styling. So I want to place this 80. So dock it to the bottom, 80. Is that 80? Yeah, looks about right. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm making any sense, but point is, on stream, it's not like a natural indication of how I recommend going about building this stuff. Okay, I want to deal with this space between here and here. Okay. Hug. Cool. Okay, yeah, you can just select it down the bottom there. How do I space these nicely? Right click and container keyframe driver. How do I deal with the gap or the spacing? Fix. No, we want to hug contents. Why layout setting so hard on some of these tools? Oh, look at all the breakpoints you get. That's mental. Someone is singing their lungs out outside. Okay. I still want I still want my spacing. I still want. It'd be nice in this drop down if it was more clear on what, like it should be bold that I have styles applied to that breakpoint, because otherwise I might just forget. I think that would be a really useful thing. Let's do fixed width. Let's do 33%. And then let's do this fill space. Cool. Yeah, I can't see any way to space those or distribute those. Let's get this list in here. Why is that called list view? Grid view. List view. Oh, odd. Okay. Pretty much want it to fill space. You want it to dock to the bottom. See that? How I drew that thing there to anchor it to the bottom. And what's the space here? Between this and this. 80. So let's do this. Actually, let's do that. Okay, 80. And let's connect this to how do we connect this to a CMS? Drag in widgets or connect to the dataset. How do I do that? Select data source. There you go. Features. And then put a text in there. How do I connect that to a data source? Hello. Cool. 20. What are you guys feeling about this tool so far? Why aren't you showing? Hug, and then I'm looking for border. Can't seem to do a lot. Oh, there we go. Stroke. 0, 0. Cool. Okay, so maybe we just need to do this way. How do I do the padding? What was that plus there? Properties of features. Oh, okay. So if there was that's cool. So if there was a number, you could basically put the design attributes inside of the CMS, which is quite cool. So how many other can we do that for? We can pretty much do it for everything. How about color? It seems like we can do it for color. That would be better. That would be cool if we could do it for color. I guess anything with numbers you can, yeah. Okay. So I want padding. I need to add some padding to this. Okay. Let's do it a different way. Can I line? Yeah, we can do that. There's a double line there as well. There's a fill on the wrapper. Let's publish this. I want to know why that's not showing us the data in there. It does work. Can't select that text either. How can I select that? SEO content. How bizarre! The way it's rendering. What is this? Features. What is that? And why is it like? Where is my content? This is actually pretty bad. Unless I'm completely missing something here. Flutter initialization JS code, that's interesting. Unless it's all JS rendered. I thought we got that to the bottom too. this just doing its own thing? Okay, maybe add a top and bottom, but even still, that was a bit odd. And they don't look aligned. They don't. So it just looks completely different when you actually publish it, which isn't good. Can I make this right? No. Keyframes. Probably worth saying that this is an alpha build. So I guess I'm not expecting polished tool. However, I am a bit weary about how different it looks on publishing. Like, are we using this in a completely wrong way, whereby when it renders, it just renders. We're not playing to the advantage, or we're not playing into what the tool's trying to do. Anyway, okay, right, let's just do this top one. So we've got this, we can switch those around. And let's do features, and let's do, see what grid view does. Count. Okay. Can we turn this into, this is a container. So let's do a color. So this is where it would have been cool to have some sort of color attribute in the data. Color. Yeah. Could we do text? Oh. Signatures. Pop. Yeah. That'd be great to be able to, so I can't change the color of that. How satisfied are you with the output? What, the output of the website? Design is different on publish. I wonder where. wonder where they're from, because that seems like pretty bad English. I have a feeling this is a Chinese tool. Yeah, because you need to. Hug, that's fine. And then, yeah, that should be fine. Now, how do I. Here we go back to the spacing. What's that? 8. Sounds about right to me. 14. Graphical. Oof, what's going on there? Alright, that has just disappeared. Where's it gone? We need to group these. Let's think of my ear. Well, that's not cricket, is it? So this needs to be dot there. This can be docked probably to the bottom there, and we don't want that to be. Why don't we go and hug contents? Is that not allowed? 10, 50. What is going on? So that's filling, that's fine. That's showing, that's fine. Just a 0 height on this. What is that? What the hell does that mean? So fixed width, fixed height. Can't seem to change these. Okay. 20. Whoops. So we don't get any text transforms, so we have the right features there. The stroke on that. Can't tab around, which is a bit annoying either as well. Okay, why is that now pushed? These things. Let's fill in the space. Oh, it's fixed. Okay, full space. Full space. HUD contents. Oh dear. Oh dear. Fill. Hug. Fill. Hug. Fix. Why are these randomly? I've not set any of these to fixed. I want them all to just be hugging the contents, yet it seems to go back still. So now my list is deleted. Well, not deleted, but my list is now hidden for some reason. And my grid has also disappeared. So already, yeah, like, what does that even mean? Yeah, I'm not like, I feel like this is different from Wix, because Wix, I was like, there's something I'm not getting here, or the tool's too complicated or whatever. Whereas in this one, I feel like there's just too many little bugs to effectively build effectively build my website. Friend's asking for filming tips because I'm making a video for her and she wants to see out filming the shots we need. So as steady as possible. Use main camera. As that'll be the best quality. Yeah, there's a lot of little niggling bugs with this. Let's try and get some 3D stuff in. So how do we do that? 3D. Boom. 3D widget. Fill space. Default camera. Post-processing. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Environment model viewer. Import 3D model. Right. Let's see if my website 3. Oh god. Which one would it be? GB. That was the smallest. Look at this. Default camera. This is. I think the lights are in there though. Spotlight. Okay, so it's got my lights. Got the logo and then the background, but I don't know why the background isn't. It's okay. So it doesn't. In this scene, I'm pulling in external. And they're not bundled in. It's not bundled in with the file. They're referenced externally. So it probably doesn't have access to the what do they even call it? The materials. Oh, piss. Yeah, what the hell happened there? Yeah. I wonder if. Try a different one. Let's try one of these mega big ones. Need to upload a larger model. GLTF. Ugh. Command Z does a weird thing. What? What is undo? Command Z is undo. Why does it keep? Okay, probably a bug. Yeah, you can kind of see my logo here. Oh, that's the letter. Ah! What is that then? What's those things? Oh, because we have imported 2 models. Yeah. So this is the keyframing. Keyframe. Oh look, so that is just, so it's all automatically just based on scroll. And you just select yeah, so as you, what other things can I do? I guess I can scale it up. Can't really see what's going on to them. Yeah, that's, oh yeah, you can see it zoom in. What am I doing? I'm going to YouTube. Okay. I'm feeling like we're at the limit of this tool. And whilst there are some aspects, the docking thing is really interesting, but I can't get over how different our design looks when we publish it. And this loading thing, I wonder how I guess maybe that's removed, or at least, or we can style it when, see, this is loading my 3D model now. Oh. Oh dear me. Network. What's going on? Envelope. Yeah, and I mean, once it's loaded, but where's the? I mean, this is super important, right? If you're building marketing websites, where's the content? Where's the actual? And there's this random SEO content thing here as well. Like, what is that? There's just a lot of things I don't get with this tool. Yeah, I'm ditching that. I mean, I want to keep playing, but I'm just about ready to throw in the towel. What do you reckon? Vivid Verse Ventures, you've joined. Kind of wrapping this up. What brought you to the stream, buddy? We've just been building this website here, or at least, let me show you. They're trying to build this website, or at least play around with some of the stuff using Dora, and kind of getting to the end of it because it's still an alpha build, worth saying. But yeah, just kept on encountering weird bugs. Like I've got a list here that just sort of disappeared, even though, I mean, now it's 100 pixels. I can't. I feel like there's just too many bugs going on for me to actually use the tool. It'll be interesting. Let's use that AI builder, right? So for a immersive entertainment company, look spacey. Is that spacey? Look spacey and minimal. I don't know what I'm typing here. Yeah. Generate 4 previews. So it costs 5 credits to do so. Might be an interesting way to review what they're building, how they're building their website. Used Framer and Webflow before, so this is a new tool. Seems interesting. Yeah, I mean, it does seem interesting. They're pushing the AI aspect on us, and it feels very much like Figma, but it's very simple. Very, very simple. How do I select one to generate? Go on. Haven't we just generated it? What are you preferring, Framer or Webflow? And what type of website are you, what sort of websites are you building? Agency websites, startup, SaaS? Virtual reality experiences. It's funny. A journey beyond the ordinary. Be interesting to see if anyone from Dora watches this stream or whatever. Because I always feel like it's a really interesting insight just to watch someone use their tools. Thanks for upgrade. What? I didn't upgrade. What are you talking about? Alright, let's have a look. It's a random shitty image. Upgrade to edit? What? Okay, so it's just a preview. Let's just have a look then how fill hug. So they set a height. See, what if that text changes? That's what I don't get. Like, are they heading, text, button? I like the whole AI thing with website tools, but what are the chances that it's gonna, like, I mean, yeah, I guess with AI, you're not using it as a, like, what do you call it? You're not just going to use this verbatim, right? You're going to go in, it's going to give you a starting point, and then you're going to go in and edit it, right? And change it or tweak things. Well, that's the other thing as well. Like, can you go custom, edit certain areas, like change the layout of this section or flip the image and text or something? But that's just hold back. Okay. So how is that background image? Can I do that? Has it just wiped over my website? I think it has. Very mostly love the way you can inject your own React code into the builder platform. I have definitely come around to, although I feel like the React components is a bit misplaced. What I originally said anyway, like you've got no code, people who don't want to write code, but you're giving them one of the most powerful coding platforms on the planet. But regardless, I have very much come around to the just being able to do things with the code, with the coding components. I mean, it opens up a whole world of stuff. You know, if Framer the tool can't do it, you're able to like just build a code component to do whatever it is that you need to do. So yeah, that's a win from me. And it keeps it all inside of Framer as well. Whereas something like Webflow, a lot of people are reaching out to other like libraries and things like that to do what they need to do. and that's all well and good for a lot of things, but it means a lot of bad practices are followed. Whereas if you're bringing it into a code component that renders in Framer, it's less likely to follow bad practices. Do you ever use use effect or anything like that in your code components? Do you make calls to external databases or anything like that? Yeah, I think this is too. Holy shit. I think this is too. Oh, this is good. Friends, again, my friend's making a video and she's sending me the footage that I need to edit together. Yeah. Yeah, you can see how much this looks like Framer. Okay. Unfortunately, I think this is the end of Dora for me. It can build very basic websites, but I think there's, yeah, being an alpha build, definitely a lot more polished, I feel like, than, which is what I'm going to look at next week, which is, look, I'm going to go to the stretched version of me now. Definitely feels a lot more polished than what I use, which I'm going to use next week, Web Studio. Web Studio's probably come a long way since I last used it. Feels very much like Figma, which is good. Too many bugs. Interesting focus on 3D stuff, like raw 3D stuff. I'll be interested to see how far they take that, because it's an interesting feature to focus on. Like, what more can you do with it that you can't do in Spline or whatever? Like being able to edit materials, or not even edit materials, but even edit the vertices on 3D elements. I think that's where it would naturally progress to, because just being able to move something is pretty limiting. Yeah, sorry it's a bit short of this one, but it's a new tool. If you have any tools you want me to look into, let me know. I'm specifically looking at website no-code builders, like landing page builders, not web app builders. And yeah, I'm gonna do a roundup of this one as per my thoughts, and I guess I will wrap it up there. It's been fun. I always like doing it. Cheers for tuning in. Same time, I'm not sure where you are in the world, but same time next week, I'm going to be in a different setup. I'm going to be in the UK. Yeah, and I'll leave it at that.